About to lie about his prison time.
You got a problem with my struggles and my life story?
I ain't got a problem with it. It just sounds false.
Okay, well, tell me what sounds false about it.
You were juvenile going to an adult facility, and they don't take no precautions on your safety. So putting you in PC or something would be more believable.
Okay, well, this is how this works. This is how this works. This is how this works for those guys like you that ain't never did no time. When you're a juvenile, unfit, tried as an adult, and sent to a facility because you know what youth authority is? I'm just wondering. I'm not gonna act like you know what these things are because maybe you're not, you wasn't doing time. Do you know what California Youth Authority is?
I mean, it's a youth authority in California, but go ahead.
No. Do you know what it is? I just want to educate you. I ain't trying to.
I mean, not exactly. You don't have that over here.
Okay, this is youth authority. Let me explain what youth authority is. Youth authority is the state version, right, for a minor. Meaning, when we're dealing with these, with the county, and we're dealing with the regular institutions, right? Then we go to juvenile hall, we go to juvenile camps. When we go to these places and we serve our little time, which usually have a max of 12 months, right? When we release, we're on probation. You follow me? You follow me so far?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, when you graduate, and when I say graduate, that means that you continue to commit other crimes once you have went to juvenile hall and got out and been sentenced to camp. And then they have a thing called tracks 1 through 4. Track 1 being the minimum time, 4 being you're doing 9 months to a year. And you go in and out of juvenile hall and juvenile camps several times. There comes a point that when you get back in front of that juvenile judge, they send you to what we call California Youth Authority. Now, the difference here is, just like the penitentiary, now you are on parole. Now you have to go in front of a board. Now you're subject to the same conditions and environments as a men's state prison facility. From the clothes to the setting to everything, to how everything works. You follow me? You follow me?
Yeah, he's still a juvenile.
Okay, exactly. I'm a juvenile. So what you're hearing is between the ages of 12 and 16, I done ran through 2-3 camps, motherfucking juvenile hall 2-3 times, YA, Fred C. Nellis, one of the hardest motherfucking youth authorities it is, been out on motherfucking state parole and back. This is why when I put the photos up of me being a minor in juvenile hall, y'all looking at me like I'm a grown man because I was really living that life. So what happens is they have what they call a fitness hearing. The fitness hearing is when they send you back to California Youth Authority, right? SRCC, which is in Norwalk on Bloomfield Road, and they make you do a 90-day observation. My 90-day observation number was YA 5500, right? Now, on the 90-day observation, they take those 90 days and they write reports on you weekly based upon your behavior in the youth authority. Now, remember, my 90-day observation came after I already walked off 2 years in YA. So, let me ask you a question. How many days of my 90 days do you think I really did?
I don't know. Nobody never complete 90 days, so I don't know.
No, I did 8 days of the 90 days. You know why I did 8 days of the 90 days?
Why is that?
They requested I be removed from their facilities. You know why? No. You take a seasoned shot caller and you put him down there with a bunch of fish. What's gonna happen?
Then you're gonna be off the dog on the pod or whatever you have the kids.
No, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna make it move. Hey, homie, where you from? That's your enemy, Sticky. These niggas ain't been to YA yet. They just going through reception. You dealing with a seasoned vet. Guess what they started to do? Going on, the stickings, the rides, everything's going on. They start calling, what's going on? Whack. Know what they did? Kicked me out and said, hey, you ain't Sent a letter to the judge and said, due to his level of manipulation and sophistication, we are am re-entry into the California Youth Authority. At that point in time, and I'm in adult court as a minor, I'm being sentenced to state prison. There's only one place left that they got to send me. They can send me. Now, you're right. If I would have been in court crying and saying, oh my God, I'm in fear of my life, they would have definitely locked me up and hold until I turned 18. But instead, I signed a waiver form. You must be new to Clubhouse. This is a very old story to me.
Yo, this thing on Wack is funny, sir. Yo.
You know what the waiver form does, Aziz?
No, what the waiver form do?
The waiver form says that if I get into a fight in the penitentiary with an adult, they cannot charge that adult with assault on a minor. They have to treat me as if they would treat an adult in the style of a mutual combat or a simple assault. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
What?
Listen here, right? Wack is a damn lie, right? Straight up. They're not allowing a juvenile to make an adult decision. Straight up. And you think that they would put themselves in a situation to get a lawsuit if somebody was to take advantage of Wack and bust his butt open? You think that they would do that? Come on now. Let's make it make sense, right? So when you look at this right here, right? Let's look at this right here, right? Hold up. I want to make sure that, you know, y'all see this, man. Hold up. Y'all see this right here, right? So California adults and juvenile generally do not mix in prison due to strict separation laws requiring minors under 19 to be housed separately from adults, even if tried as adults. Through youth charged and sentenced as an adult can end up in adult prisons, but California has been moving away from this, keeping most youth in county facility with goals of rehabilitation, not punishment. Do you understand that Wack is a liar? That's all Wack does is lie. He wants people to believe that he's this gorilla. He wants people to believe, you know, these stories, but the whole time he is a federal informant that is able to manipulate individuals to get themselves indicted by the government. You understand this, right? So he tries to sell people this image as the toughest person ever. Let's just be real. What prison on America, in America, would literally take orders from a 16-year-old coming into a prison? Make that make sense. This is a prison now. What prison in the history of jailing would allow a 16-year-old to come around and get some fucking orders? That would happen nowhere in America. Niggas already running to prison. You got lifers running to jail, doing what they doing, ain't never going home. And they gonna allow this 16-year-old that's been locked up for shooting somebody with a BB gun to come inside the prison and give orders. Come on, man. That shit don't even sound right. But his goal is to manipulate people so that they can believe this shit. That's all he's been doing on the internet. He understands that people are easily manipulated and influenced on the internet. And this is what he's doing. I don't believe it. Straight up. I've never seen somebody 18 come into jail at 18 and run to prison. And you got niggas doing life. Niggas doing 30, 40 years. Nigga, if you don't go sit down somewhere, young boy, if I smack the shit out of you, nigga. You hear me? Young boy, you don't go sit down somewhere before I smack the daylights out of your ass. You don't run nothing around here. It's my shit, nigga. I run this shit. So you're not going to convince me that somebody 16 came into an adult facility with lifers and people doing real time and let you run the prison. That shit don't work with me. Now, the people on Clubhouse that's convinced of it, now I see Rock wasn't convinced of the shit. I see that. That shit right there does not happen nowhere in America, in other countries, nowhere. Ain't nobody 16 coming in running shit. They not gonna run nothing in the prison. They not gonna run a block on the street. They not gonna run nothing. Ain't no 16-year-old running nothing by himself, giving no orders, nigga. Nigga gonna smack the shit out of you, nigga. You think you talking to around here, nigga? I've been putting in work in this prison, and you think you gonna come here and run something? Well, you better sit down and shut up, nigga. You better do it now. That shit that Wack be kicking to these niggas on, you know, Clubhouse be crazy work. Crazy. He got people convinced, but these niggas ain't convinced that he's a federal informant yet, huh? They still ain't convinced of that. They still ain't convinced that the nigga's a federal informant yet. They still think that he's solid. Yeah, all right. Not us. Not the real ones over here. These niggas will hear him say, I ain't playing by no rules. I don't care about the Bloods. I don't care about the Crips. I don't care about the Christians. I don't care about the Muslims. And they ignore all that. They listen to this bullshit about how he was a gorilla. Wack was a follower. He made sure that he got next to the niggas that was on that. I'll do whatever you want me to do, homie. Whatever we got to do to get out, I'll do that. Wack was that type of individual. When the niggas is mounting up, Wack gonna mount up. Yeah, I'm riding with you niggas. But Wack ain't organizing shit by himself. But for the feds. Yes, Wack is doing that dolo. Wack is doing that. Federal informant. Yes, Wack is doing that. That is what Wack runs. Wack runs game and runs the business inside the game for the feds. That's what he runs. Yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. He ain't running shit but that. He can't run his own company. Hold up. He doesn't have the knowledge and understanding how to build a foundation of a company. He doesn't understand that. But he understands how to work with the FBI. He understands that. He understands because that's easy for him. Get over here and act like I'm this gangster. And they gonna tell me the information. Who doing what, who got what, who been here, who been there. And all I gotta do is relay the information to the FBI. All I gotta do is record the phone call for the FBI. All I gotta do is line these niggas up for the FBI. Hold up. He's found a business that fits his personality. Working with the feds fits Wack100's personality because he's a liar. He's a manipulator. It works great for him. It aligns with who he is. This is what people got to understand. You hear me? This is what people have to understand.
So I signed that. Guess where they're going to release me to? Jeep. You know what? Jeep general population. You know why CK Wack from PPB back then did not go to hole till I turned 18? That is looked at and deemed to be a PC move when it comes to this gangster. You understand what PC?
With all that being said, you're still a juvenile. You can't.
So you're telling me as a juvenile, so you're telling me as a juvenile that I wasn't sent to the California State Penitentiary?
No, you probably was. You probably definitely was, but you.
So you telling me I didn't walk the main line as a juvenile?
I believe you probably was sent to like a juvenile block or something. You wasn't sent to no.
There is no juvenile block in Soledad State Penitentiary, my guy.
You might
Soledad State Penitentiary. Hey, are you from California?
No.
Soledad, Susanville, Quentin. These are Chino. These are all very old prisons. These are men facilities. Ain't no boy section in a men facility, my nigga. It doesn't exist. So, you're saying what? What are you telling me?
I don't believe that. But you had to be, 16, 17 years old in a state facility roaming free without no regard, without no like
this nigga's
the state in itself would be in held in.
We got not held nothing. I signed the form. Do you understand
16, 17, you can't sign a form.
You're not. You can lie. I am in adult court, nigga. Superior court as a minor. In front of a judge in juvenile court, there is no jury. There's only a judge. I went to Van Nuys Municipal Court. What are you talking about? But let me ask you this. Have you ever did some time? Do you even understand the judicial system?
No.
Wait, hold on. Let him talk, bro.
I do.
You done some time? Huh?
I did.
Well, you do time, man. How much time you doing for what?
I did time at SCI Huntington.
For what? How much time you do?
Some possession. Nothing.
Okay, so if I was to bring a Crip nigga in here right now, that's opposite of me, that'll tell you they watch the state dope penitentiary bus pick me up in the middle of the juvenile field at 8 in the morning. You gonna say he lied too?
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying that you didn't go to a state facility. When I'm saying that they had to make accommodations for you.
So if I bring some homies in here right now that was on penitentiary yard with me when I hit at that age, you gonna say they lied too?
No, I would have to see something. Like I would have to see.
Wait,
like,
you talking to a lame ass nigga?
I would have to see. I would have to see like a state number.
J49170. J49170.
I get all that, but you know how this works, though, right? You giving me your numbers going, it's going to show me that you was an inmate there. What I'm saying is,
it's going to show you when I was an inmate there.
I would have to see the aid that you went inside that facility and was in general population and walked around with people. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I changed in 1994. I was arrested in 93.
Hey, has this nigga done time before?
Never. He don't know nothing about California. And I'm going to tell you what's crazy, though.
I don't know about
this was crazy.
I'm not.
Wait, this is what's crazy.
Saying that, though.
Look, this is what's crazy, like, though. I was one of the first to do it, right? I was one of the first to do it. Hey, nigga, it's been thousands after me that they said 16, 17, no problem. Gone. Niggas didn't even get a chance to get the run I had. They didn't get a chance to go to camps, YA, juvenile hall camps, to even get a feeling for how to do time. They taking these niggas first offense, giving them 50 years and sending them.
Triple OGs.
You telling me they didn't make no accommodations for a 16, 17?
They ain't making nothing, nigga. You sign that. Hey, let me tell you what they looking at. They looking at that C-file. Nigga, you got 2 counts of assault with deadly weapon, fired into an inhibited vehicle. You are no gang member. You got gang tattoos, nigga, and you signed a waiver form. Get your to the yard and program, and if we gotta come pick, we gonna pick you up. You think these prisoners give about anybody? Is you crazy?
I know they don't talk about it, but they talk about grown men. Talking about a child, man.
Hey, look, I was not a child, nigga, by far. My childhood left at about 11 years old.
Hey, you came up in a time with do the adult time, right? And I get that, right? You're a little older than me. So it's
no, I came up at a time when they start having fitness hearings, where they say you are a criminal, and we're going to send you where you need to be, because you keep going in and out every 2 months. We let you out, you come back for another violent offense. So guess what? You're unfit to go to a juvenile facility. We sending you to a men's institution. You got two options. You can stay locked up in solitary confinement till you turn 18, or you can sign this waiver form releasing the part from having assault a minor or anything, and you can go walk the yard. Are you scared or are you? That's how that breaks down too. Nigga,
has anybody ever verified that story? To all the people that, you know, from California, has anybody verified that Wack ran the yard at 16 running shit? I've never heard nobody say this shit. Not one person. Not one person. So you saying you did this, that don't make it valid. It just let us know it's another lie. We would have heard somebody say, yeah, Wack was running the prison at 16. He was on the main line. He signed this. Wack says he's the first one to do it. Nobody else knows but you the first person to do it. Come on, Wack. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Stop, man. All you've done on the internet was lie and manipulate people, and you still scrambling and scraping for paper. This shit didn't even get you paid. It just got you noticed, nigga.
Power rule, nigga. We ain't turning down.
It still wouldn't make sense on the state audit when they look at the income records of an inmate. Like,
hey, bro, do you know what a waiver? Do you understand
I get the waiver, but the waiver would have been illegal.
How do you understand the term tried as an adult? You can't take an adult sentencing. Look, bro. Hey, look, bro. Hey, look, bro. You're not taking adult sentencing. Listen, you can't take an adult sentencing and be placed in the juvenile facility, bro. Your ass is
you can. If you're 16, you can. And at 18, that's when you leave out.
You're still going to that adult facility. They're just gonna lock you down in the hole. That's all they're gonna do. If you go and tell them scared to hit the main line because you're a child, they're gonna say, okay, lock him down. You're gonna do till you 18. On your 18th birthday, you're going to the yard.
He don't understand.
Hey, my
nigga, then you're gonna look like a buster when you get to the yard because you hit it the whole time.
Yeah, we don't do no running, nigga. But you ain't from here, nigga. You wasn't 16, nigga. At 16, nigga, I had niggas 34, nigga, that was victims. That was my stripes. Do you understand what that means? I had 30-year-old stripe victims on my shoulder, nigga.
That's normal life when you live in that life. What I'm saying,
no, that ain't normal life, nigga. It's not normal. It's definitely not normal.
When you live in that life, it's normal. When you live in that type of life, it's normal.
So you telling me? So let me get this right. You're telling me. Let me get this right. You're telling me that I didn't go out and do the time at the time I did the time there? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not saying none of that. You did the time. You went to jail.
You telling me that I didn't hit Soledad as a fighter?
No, I'm saying you did all that. What I'm saying is when you got to that facility, they had to make some accommodations for
no accommodation child. There is no. I signed waivers for him. I signed waiver forms in the court. Nigga, I caught the Grey Goose handcuffed to a nigga from Rolling 60 Crip. A OG ass nigga. He just passed away, nigga. They ain't.
Oh, there it go. He was cuffed to this Rolling 60 nigga, and he said his famous line. He just passed away. How many times have we heard Wack say that the people that can validate what he said passed away? How many times have we heard this? How many times have we heard the people that can validate all this gangster shit that he's done has passed away? He just passed away. That's how you know he lying. Not one time have we heard Wack say, this is the person. They still alive. They all passed away. The people that can verify Wack's gangster stories, they all passed away. Every one of them. Not one of them was alive. All of them, they left this earth. Every individual that can verify his gangster, get down and, his 3 shootouts a day and he's doing this and that, they passed away. But somebody that verified that the nigga got locked up for shooting a BB gun, he turned on them. Okay. Yep. Same old shit. Lying wacky. Federal informant.
Put me in cage in the front of the bus. Nigga, when I got on that, they handcuffed me, nigga, to an OG. That's nigga that was old enough to be my daddy, nigga.
Protocol blood. Y'all heard the man. He said,
yo. Oh, man. Wack100 is working with the authorities, man. Straight up, man. I don't care what nobody says. All you niggas that rock with that nigga on Clubhouse, and y'all think that nigga ain't the police, y'all niggas is tripping, nigga. Straight up, man. Y'all niggas is tripping. That nigga's the straight police, man. Yeah, it's the police, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Wack, you chose to be the police. You chose to be an informant. That's your decision, bro. But that don't mean that I gotta believe you some damn gangster because you get on the damn internet and say what you said. That shit right there, it's not sitting right with me. They gonna shackle a 16-year-old with some old ass man. That's crazy. We gotta ask the dead homies. That is crazy. The only way we gonna find out if Wack stories are what they are, we gotta ask the dead homies. Straight up. We gotta ask the dead homies, man. It's the only way. Because the homies that's alive, they not saying this shit. No homie alive is saying what Wack is saying. They all dead. Okay. If that don't tell you something, I guess you'll never understand. Straight up. If that don't tell you something, you'll never understand. Pay attention, man. Smash that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Shout out to all y'all that rock with SBGB TV, man. If you would like to become a member, it's pinned at the top of the chat. Leave a 1 in the chat if you're a member of the channel so we can shout you out, man. I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with Deezy, man. Wack is fool fafi, man. Straight up. And I'm going to make sure I continue to put it out there, at every angle, man. He fool fafi. That shit's all a facade. It's a lie. All that shit. When Wack was hanging around these jokers, yes, Wack was portraying to be this tough guy. Wack is not that, though. You don't hear none of these stories that Wack is saying by himself. Wack said he was in the penitentiary by himself and all this shit, but everybody that he was in there with is dead. Everybody. Everybody he was in there with is dead. I don't believe this shit. You not gonna make me believe from somebody that is sitting here then said that everything he says on Vlad and Adam is a lie, that the shit you said on Clubhouse is the truth. You done told everybody. Everything you say on Vlad and Adam and academics is a lie. You told just to the court. You said it. So now I'm supposed to believe this shit? because you said it on Clubhouse? Man, I don't believe this shit. I know damn well what you are. You're an informant, brother. You work with the authorities. Yes, you police. And we can bet that. We can take a lie detector test, and I'm willing to bet the crib, Wack. I'll put the crib up, nigga. Half a ticket, nigga. I'll put the crib up. I'll put the crib up to a lie detector test to your 100,000, Wack. Matter of fact, I'll hit it with this one. 20,000. 20,000, Wack. You can get a half a ticket. We can bet that. Half a ticket, I'll sign this motherfucker over to you. Straight up. Sign it over to you. That I know that you working with the FBI. Lie detector test on camera. We can do it. I know what you're doing, man. You're working with the authorities. Straight up. You hear me? You're working with the authorities, bro. I know what you're doing, man. You know, you can confuse them other people. You know, you can confuse the people that are on No Jumper, that, you know, are on Clubhouse. You can confuse them. Cool. It's all good. I don't give a fuck. But I'm going to say what I know and for what I'm seeing, my observations. Everybody that is supposed to validate your lies, they dead. Everybody. The ones that talk about you and say what you are, they're lying. Big U, man, Wack, working with the feds. 600 working with the feds. Oh, that nigga lying. The feds came out and said, me and 600 ain't do shit. Huh? Why would they make it their business to come out and say Wack and 600 are not working with the feds? All right, the nigga said it, so what? No, it's because y'all are. We see it, goddamn. Wack, you them people, bro. You wanted to be loud like this on the internet, working with the authorities. We gonna call this shit out. You know what I'm saying? You chose to do it, bro. That was something you chose to do. I don't understand, how do you think that you can continue to work with the feds and line people up and nobody's supposed to call it out, but you can say everybody else is a snitch and lie on them? I don't understand that part. You can say everybody else is working with the feds, they snitching, all this shit, but nobody can say to you that you're a snitch. You're how? What paperwork? You prove to the world that you make up fake paperwork. You showed everybody that you make fake paperwork, bro. So why are we worried about any paperwork from you if you done showed to us that all you do is make up fake paperwork? I'm not buying it though, Wack. And, you know, you can say what you want. We're going to keep making the content. You know, I got to get back to the root of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to get back to the root of this shit, you know, and call it out how it is, man. You know, and I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with Deezy. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button, man, and smash that like button, man. You know, shout out to all y'all, man, that rock with SBGB TV, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. All that good shit, man. Straight up. Dude is wild. Yeah, dude is wild, man. He wild. But I see, though, you know, I know it's a lot of people in life that, you know, want to be a part of something and don't understand. And, you know, they're going to gravitate to the BS. Not me, though. Not me. And the people that rock with me, I'm going to make sure that, you know, we got the same thought process. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up, man. You the loudest dude on the internet, and you portray to be this criminal. You portray to be the criminal. It ain't like, you know, we putting something on you. You portraying to be this gangster. So we sit here and listen to you to portray to be this gangster, and then we watch everybody associated with you get indicted or go to jail I gotta call it how I see it. Nigga, you gotta be the one doing this shit. Just gotta be real. You have to be the one that's doing this shit. Okay. Yeah, hit that like button, that subscribe button, man. Go check out the merch, sbgbtv.com. You know, we appreciate y'all. You want us to promote anything for you, email me, sbgbtv@gmail.com. If you see something that, you know, you want us to talk about or something like that, you can email it to me or you can text me, you know, and we'll check it out, man. You know, if you're a member of the channel, put a 1 in the chat so we can shout all the members out. You know, if you would like to become a member, it's pinned at the top of the chat. You know what I mean? And become a member. It's only $3.99. It's light work, man. You know, I appreciate all y'all that be rocking with Deezy, man. You know, Deezy put that work in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sweat this shit up out of me. You know, I'm about to drink some more tea. I ain't gonna lie. I've been drinking tea all damn day, soup, shit like that. And I still came on this joint and rocked this motherfucker 2 times today. You know what I mean? Big facts. You know, I'm trying to sweat this shit up out of me. So, I'm here. You know what I mean? We back at it. And we cooking again. And we gotta get back on course, man. We gotta get back on course, man. Straight up. We'll get back on course, man. Big facts. Shout out to all y'all that be rocking with SBGB TV, man. You know, I appreciate all y'all, man. Smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, man. SBGB TV live calling show. What's happening?
What's going on, man? Oh, my bad.
What's happening?
Hey, this Rock.
What's up, Rock?
Funny as shit. You had me dying all night, bro, with this shit, bro. This shit is crazy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we know the boy from Fafi, man.
Cook that bull. Cook him fried, stir fried. Cook him, man.
Facts.
He don't need to have no let up, because I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. The way he been lying, the way he been moving about, how he been moving about is weird. It's weird. And then he had claimed to somebody who's square, I'm a street nigga. No, you not. No, you not. You never been that. And to the street niggas, I ain't been a street nigga in 20 years. So what you saying is you a street nigga or not? Like, that's weird. That's weird to me. And if I wasn't on his stage, bro, I would have grinded him up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I would have went at him a little bit more harshly in that little discourse, right? But I know if I would have went at him crazy, they was gonna block me and then run a narrative. I wanted him to keep talking and keep exposing himself, because as long as you expose yourself, for instance, right, and me on this joint, right, people gonna hear my voice. People gonna know, oh, that's so-and-so from so-and-so. They gonna know that. I'm not ducking or dodging, not because I don't have no smoke on my name. But for him to keep talking and keep exposing the stories, now the stories gotta match up over time. The stories gotta match up across the timeline that you presenting. You can't spin a narrative. That's what he does. He spin a narrative. He'll come on here and be like, well, when I was 19, I was here, and then I was here. No, nigga, no. Let's go back to the beginning. That's why I had him explain on that. That's why you see I was quiet as shit. Let him explain that shit. I'm gonna let him go ahead. The same way you did him when he was on the job. No. We not going with nothing else. We going with what I asked you. Cause if he can spin this shit, he gonna go to something totally different. Oh, what about the girl that you beat on? No, we not going with that. Cause he gonna ignore, if you tell him, oh, he got domestic cases against him and Kimberly, he ain't gonna go on that. He gonna skip all the way past that. You tell him about him and Mika, he gonna skip all the way past that. How he beat R&B, he gonna skip past that. He's not gonna elaborate on what he was really doing, because it don't fit the narrative of what he's trying to push. I'm gonna say this, man. I salute you, bro. I'm like all the way, like,
in glee right now, like, man, you did that. Like tonight, even before you played the recording, I didn't know you was gonna play that shit. I was like, I thought you were gonna play something else. When you went, like, and beforehand, when you were saying about he take pride in telling, you can see it in his face.
Yeah.
It's a recording out here where he like, yo, listen, hey, Beast, if I say something, what? I'm a reliable source. He tell you that.
Yeah.
He letting us know. When you say he don't want us to know, no, he want us to know that he telling. He want us to know that he telling because he want to say the streets is dead because he failed at the streets. Some of us left on our own terms. A lot of us didn't. A lot of us fell short. A lot of us fell to the grave. A lot of us fell to the jails. It's only a handful of people that really fell to what we did. And so, you know what? I'm going to bow out gracefully. He didn't even get in the game before he bowed out. $250 million and you a trucker? You ain't got a fleet of trucks? You ain't got a command center? You ain't got a contract with Walmart, Target, Best Buy, nobody?
That nigga got a contract with the FBI, the Fed.
and I think the Incredible Diapers was a shell company for him to say that's where he get the money from. Honestly speaking, that's just me. That's my opinion. I feel like the FBI is working with him to keep him secluded because somebody said something about a 137 informant. Like the cops can't even tell the judge who's the informant is.
Yeah.
In fear that the informant, in fear that the information to get out.
Yeah, he got it designed where he won't be on the paperwork because how he provides the information. He provides the information and the feds go corroborate it when he provides it. So it's like he doesn't have to be on the paperwork. He gives them the information and they go corroborate it. Once they corroborate it, it locks in so that they don't even need him. He sets them in the direction where to get the information, who to get it from, and then the people end up giving the information because once they go to the people, they're telling the people the details of whatever it is, and then they end up telling it themselves any damn way.
And that's what he used Clubhouse for.
Yeah.
To corroborate the stories with people in that town, in that city that might know a person. For instance, if I'm a well-known person in my city and I'm well-known and I get busy, somebody's gonna know a story about me being possibly associated with that. They can corroborate that by saying, oh yeah, so-and-so told me this, and Keisha and Tania told me that, and Michael told me this. Now you got 3 or 4 people that you can go to corroborate this story. That's where I was agreeing with you about Loose Cannon, because I don't even think Loose Cannon was at the motherfucking at the dispensary when the shit got robbed. Because he said you call him, mind you, the paperwork, right? It say MM and it say something else, RR, right? Everybody's saying that was Rowdy Rich and Molly Mall. But because there's already the paperwork, people say Meek Mills, Rick Ross. You can put those people in the situation. See how the whole story done changed now? Because now Meek Mills and Rick Ross ain't got nothing to do with the case. But Molly Mall and Rowdy Rich do.
But Loose Cannon was definitely there at the dispensary. I had Dale call in here before, right? The dude that had the dispensary. I got a recording. If you go back and check the videos, I got him, on the phone, and Loose Cannon, got him on the phone. Him, Loose Cannon, and Wack, and they admitted to the shit, right? Loose Cannon got him on the phone like, yo, I didn't really want to do that. It was all Big U. And, he got the victim of the dispensary that they was robbing to admit that Loose Cannon was doing it. Loose Cannon admitted the shit online himself and got the victim to corroborate the shit. So Loose Cannon was definitely involved. And there's some other people involved that, Wack knows that haven't been charged that, he's manipulating them. You know, some YouTubers and shit that be running around. You know, it's a lot, man. And you know, people done already put me D about the other people that done robbed the nigga, because the nigga was getting robbed by a lot of people in LA. And after, you know, he called into my show, niggas in LA robbed him again. So they was robbing and extorting. The nigga is working with the government, and niggas in LA still went and robbed the nigga again. Yeah, so, you know, they looked at the nigga like he was sweet, right? Which he was, right? And they was robbing him, extorting him, and then they was giving the nigga money. You know, they might get a nigga 30, 40, 50,000, 60,000 and tell the nigga, yo, you got to give me down there double back. So the nigga used the money to go buy the bud or whatever. And he was like selling bud for these niggas to flip their money, and they don't even got to sell the bud. So it was like they was all doing a lot of funny shit, and Wack was in on that shit too. They was all on some funny shit, man. You know, and I done got all the scoop on the shit. You know, niggas been telling me shit. And you know, Wack think I don't know, but people from out there then already done put me up on all the shit that was going on and niggas that's been involved and all that shit. And there's some shit that I don't say, but you know what I'm saying? It's I know what's going on in detail.
Right. Okay. But you know, that was just my own insinuation. Like I ain't really about to. I don't really know what's going on over there. Like I'm way on the other coast. You see what I'm saying? Like I already know what's going on over there. I know some folks that be over there. That's over there. But I would never ask nobody about this type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to put them in those type of politics because it don't suit our relationship. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
but you know, I run a show and my number on here. So niggas text me and call me all the time. So you already know. You know what I'm saying? People text me and call me all the time. And there's some people that text me that don't want to be on the show. And they just be letting me know what's going on. Like, yo, bro, this was going on. And, you know, they be like, yo, we rock with you out here and shit like that. You know, we like what you're doing, you know, because they know that the nigga police. So it's like they out there and they don't want to be into nothing because some niggas be still in the street. So it's like they don't want to be trying to go at the nigga and putting their voice out there and shit because they know that the niggas working with the people.
Right. No, he definitely with them people. I don't have a doubt in my mind that he with those people. I don't have a doubt in my mind that he with those people. I'm gonna tell you this. It's nobody in the history of street, niggadom, whatever you want to call it, gang, whatever, that's been in several different RICOs, that's been involved in it, and have never been locked up. What? I'm lying. One person, a Teflon Don. A nigga that was encased in several different situations, but again, he ended up getting caught. You not gonna tell me that is one person that's involved in everybody's situation and never get caught up. Yeah, I don't believe it. I can't believe it as a street guy. I'm sorry, but as a street guy, right? As an ex-street guy, because I'm not a street guy. As an ex-street guy, I got businesses. You know, I do things outside of the streets that I don't associate with the streets no more. To have if in my city, right, I was involved in several different RICOs and drug busts, but I never got caught, even though I was directly involved or third party involved in every situation, and I've never gotten talked to, I never gotten pulled in, I never got detained.
Hey, Rock,
come on, man.
Nigga, you be in the fucking Schuylkill somewhere.
Do you hear me?
Straight up.
Do you hear the Schuylkill or the Delaware? One of those. I'll be throwing for fucking days. Excuse my language, but I'll be throwing for days.
Yeah.
Before somebody will find me. You can't tell me that that's what it is.
Yeah.
You can't. Me as a person, and I was vibing when you was going in earlier. I'm like, oh, he cooking. He is cooking. I had to make a whole nother emoji because you was cooking. Because it's no way you can tell me that you somebody that's been involved for 20 years back. That's historical. Biggie and Pac information is historical. You was giving information back then in 90 what? In 95, 94. That's historical. You can't tell me you're not still working. Like everybody around you got booked. Suge got booked. The game got caught up. Ray J got caught up. Blueface got caught up. Who else? Everybody you've been in touch with got caught up. And you got people on Clubhouse still acting like you some solidified OG. You ain't no OG. You not OG, bro. You not a OG. You a weirdo. You a lame. You got a man, and don't get me wrong, I don't know what Big U did, right? But from what I see with that football thing, that's a positive thing. From what I see, how many kids went to college, and I done did my homework. The college funds he had, he paying for kids for a whole 2 years, and they got scholarships. So after their scholarship run out, they still relying on the Big U. Like, I don't care what he did after that. In the community, that was a good thing. That was a good thing, and I tip my hat to him. I don't know him. I'm not a Crip. I'm not a Blood. I'm not none of that. But for him to do that in his community and give back, that's excellent, man.
But where Big U went wrong is he ain't quit. He still had one foot in the extortion. He started beefing with Wack, and Wack knows that Big U gonna take it there. So Wack already working with the authorities. He put his game on for him. All right, I gotta line this nigga up. This nigga Wack like, yo, this nigga gonna take it there on me. And for this nigga not to get me, I gotta send him up the way.
Hey, Deezy, when Wack went into that room, when Big U went into that room, right, and spoke his piece, right, like the next day, I had my burner in the flunky side, right. The nigga was like, "Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna come on here and this and third. Do y'all feel like we lost?" They like, "No, Wack, because he ain't say this and he ain't address that." You gotta understand. I feel what you doing, Deezy, and I love it, right? But you gotta understand this, right? Wack got a thinking tank over there. And not so much as a thinking tank like them niggas is smart or they know what they saying. He got different perspectives coming at him on a regular basis. That's a conglomerate that he ended up speaking out. That team talking about, that legal team talking about, it's a bunch of Clubhouse niggas on Google and PSI and looking up records. That's all it is. It ain't no lawyers. It ain't no legal beagles. It ain't no pre-legal people. It's a bunch of Clubhouse people looking up stuff on the internet. Because I told you before, R&B, I'm sorry, I know that shit, baby. But R&B was on there making fake paychecks and tax stubs. Yeah, I'm snitching, so what? Do something. R&B was making fake paychecks and tax stubs for people during the pandemic. I was there when she was doing it. You see what I'm saying? I was there when she was giving people tips on how to do it and showing them how to cut and crop shit out. I was there when Wack was in Chuck room and supposedly had a contract with Hip Hop Global for $2.5 million. He was bragging about it. Tony Edwards and Mike Oliver. I called the numbers. Both numbers disconnected. What are we talking about here? So when anybody say that I was that nigga a liar, bro. I fuck with this channel. I fuck with you because you keep your foot on his neck and you don't let him breathe. I don't give a fuck what nigga say. Every day you talk about Wack. Every day you should, because every day he got somebody else's name in his mouth. Keep your foot on his neck. I'ma keep supporting. I'ma keep being here. I'ma keep saluting. Keep your foot on his neck, gang. I'm like, I'm at all right now because today was like, and despite the other shit, today you really opened up something when you said he take pride in telling. He do, gang. Like, you don't understand. Like, I be watching this, I be like, yo, he like this shit. He really think he should be a cop.
Yeah.
He really wish he can go back in his life, fuck all the gang shit, and become a cop. That's his passion, which is fine. I mean, that's fine for him to be a cop. I don't not like it. But I don't like the fact that you now, because you got a little bit of insight, that you're going against everybody else. Everybody else, the sporty faces, the info, everybody else, them dudes is fucking lames. He done already said, I'm a red rag. I don't have no alliance with no blue. And for y'all to still be cool, talking about, oh no, it's just content. That's weird. For content, that's weird, bro. That's weird. I'm wrapped out, but that's weird.
I appreciate you
but
calling
I appreciate
in,
it. No, I appreciate taking my call, man.
Yes, sir. Stay locked in.
Already know.
Shout out to all y'all, man, that be rocking with SBGB TV, man. You know, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your bull.